Get ready. Uh-oh. All right, I need to. All right, there we go. Couple minutes behind. Well, is it working? Looks like it's working. I got most of the cameras where they go. I'll tinker with that as we get rolling. So what's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. It is August 4th. Wow. Phew. And we're on session one of Call from the Deep. Yeah, I think you guys are in the deep, aren't you? You're deep in the shit, right? You're in Castle Waterdeep, about to meet with the lady of the house. But you guys are like eating breakfast, and you got a little time alone, supposedly, to to talk if you wanted to discuss anything. Your meeting's going to be at 8 o'clock, so it's like 6:37ish right now. So you got big spread of food out in the guest quarters. The servants bringing all this stuff: eggs, ham, breads. The typical that they put out for you guys, and then they leave you to your devices. So
Biscuits and gravy.
I don't know if this is Waterdeep. This is up on the north. This is like Yankee territory. I don't know if you might get lox and bagels up here or something. I don't
There's
know.
no grits, huh?
They're not even quite sure what a grit is.
Is there some fish? I'm probably
Yeah,
looking around for some fish.
there's all kinds of fish. Unfortunately, it's all cooked, but you can deal. You can deal.
I'll make do.
And Gorgio, thanks for the subscription, buddy. Still counts. Still counts. I can't take Caesar's hanging out of the frame up there a little bit. There we go. On the camera. They're close enough for now. I'll work on them later. All right, so you guys have some breakfast, and do you guys now? You know where the war room is at. That's where you're supposedly gonna meet with Lady Silverhand alone, because you guys requested an audience with her without any spying eyes, or ears, or lips, or mouths, or whatever. So, do you want to get to the meeting early, on time, or late? I guess that's a decision that you can add to that.
Well, probably shouldn't be late.
Probably shouldn't be late. Yeah, I would think being late might be offensive.
We should probably, be casually early.
Like 5 minutes, because
Co-
it's only like around the corner and down the hall. It's not that far.
Yeah. Like, we're not just waiting around for half an hour, but we're also there just a couple minutes early, so we're not wasting her time.
So a couple minutes early is early enough to catch the people that are coming out of the war room that look like they just got hustled out of here. They're like, but, give me, I wanna, we gotta, do it. You know, like,
Do we know any of them?
you know, all of them, because they're all the people that you saw in the war room yesterday. And then the last one to come walking out, kind of strolling out, is Artis Simber. And then Major Roach or Commander or whatever his name is. I call him Major Roach. He kind of waves you over and says, "The lady will meet with you now." So you go into the war room, and you've been in here before. It's tables and charts and full of, you know, all kinds of intelligence, you know, up and down the Sword Coast, things that are happening, things that, and right now the place is in a little turmoil. And when you come in, Lady Silverhand says, "Good evening, gentlemen." Oh, she looks over at the hourglass sitting on the table and says, "Huh, I suppose it is morning." She says, "We've been going over a lot of information last night. Please come in. Have you guys found any information that would be of use before we get started?"
Yeah, there's a spy among us.
Yes. We know who the spy is.
Who?
Look at Scuzzer.
There it is. All right. So, yeah, no, it is who we planted, she says. She says, "We planted a spy." I should say, Jaraxel planted a spy. I do have information I wish to share with you. However, I'm a little reluctant since you're going to be in such close proximity to King Tentrix. I'm afraid he works for the Kraken, she says.
The Kraken?
Slarkelthel is the Kraken's name.
Lord Kelfell?
No, I can't say the name. You know me in names. Here, I'll post it in chat for you guys. Somebody else can say it.
Yeah, can you spell that for us?
She says, "Yes," and a name appears in your mind.
Slarkrethel.
Slarkrethel?
Slarkrethel, that sounds perfect. Slarklethel, the Kraken. A very ancient and powerful Kraken that's been roaming off the Sword Coast for many centuries now. Seems King Tentrix is in league. Or the Kraken. I'm just going to call it the Kraken. The Kraken is mind controlling him and many others. She kind of bows her head and says, "I too have been possessed by this Kraken and made to do horrible and evil deeds. So I have a vengeance. I need to
Not right
find
now,
it."
though, right?
You see her twitch a little. No. She's like, "That has been several centuries since that incident.
How does a Kraken end up with the power to possess people?
Kraken has a very powerful mind control ability. Psionics, she says. We need a monkey? Suddenly, she turns into a monkey and starts flinging poo around the room just for you and Gorgio.
Where the fuck did this monkey come from?
Fucking monkey. We all just stood there with our mouth open and poop was flying in it. We were like... So, yeah, so she goes on to explain that years ago, yada, 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 she was, you know, mind controlled by Slark Grethel, the Kraken. And, however, she suspects something else is going on. And she needs to find out where this Kraken is layering. But she doesn't want to give you guys too much information in case somebody reads your mind. So she says, let's just focus on the task at hand, capturing King Tentrix. And I will worry about the monotony of spies and people getting information. Because we have planted our own information in the network. She points over.
So it was Jaraxel.
She points over at the map, and you see, you know, the Black Armada, and they've got pins all over the place down south where the Black Armada's been amassing. She says, it's there that your skills are needed amongst the pirates of the Black Armada. We need you to become some. Care to join and see a wedding? She says. She pulls out a couple of scrolls and she says, we can get you to the island. There, you must find accommodations to get to King Tentrix's lair. This golden crown of his. Once you're there, seize him. And she hands you 2 scrolls of teleportation. She says these will get you to where you need to go when you have him. If you capture him, return him here, to this room. It is protected from scrying eyes and tentacles. However, you will not be able to teleport into this chamber. You will not be able to teleport into this building. She says the closest you can come to teleportation in Waterdeep is at city gates. However, this teleportation scroll is connected to a safe haven beneath Waterdeep that is controlled and monitored by the Harpers. It's linked to a teleportation circle. That scroll can take you where you need to go if you need to. She says it's not linked to anywhere. So there's 2 scrolls. One that's linked to a... So who's going to be the caster, the carrier of said saving devices?
Is it
Not I,
sorcerer?
said Caesar.
Sorcerer user, or is it just wizard?
That's teleport, so whoever can cast teleport. I'm sure there's more than just sorcerers and wizards. There's probably some arcane paladin or some crap. I don't know.
Bard, sorcerer, and wizard for teleport.
Just a bard? Lame. Paladin should have
Yep.
that. Easy. No, I don't know.
Yeah, so Nystagmus will take one, and I'll take one.
Sounds good.
One is for a circle, so whoever's got that one, mark it so. So she says she says I'm gonna teleport you to the city of Skog.
Were we going to get disguises?
She goes, now there, Scuzzer. Why would you need a disguise to look like a pirate?
Hmm.
Because I might be recognized.
If you're recognized as a pirate, then so be it. If you're recognized as Scuzzer,
That's the problem.
she goes, indeed. She hands you each a potion. She says, this is a potion of, what do we want? Disguise self, I think is the spell we're looking for. Let's see. I rearranged my buttons. Why did I do that? I didn't know I could rearrange them, that's why. Did you know you can rearrange your side buttons? Alright, so she tells you that this potion will last for 24 hours. So she each gives you a potion of disguise self for 24 hours. So it's up to you what you gotta look like, though. There's no table that I can roll on for random appearance, so you'll have to decide. I think Squall wants to be a tabaxi. That would be kind of cool. I did get some new cat sounds, by the way, just saying. I also got one for when we play Rob again. So yeah, that's what she tells you. She says, "Are you ready? Or do you need some time?"
Ready as we'll ever be, I guess.
Yeah. Unless you guys need something.
I just need a moment to check my spells here, see which spells I need to have prepared.
We have not done any research. Did we want to do any research on this River Styx Captain and King Tetris? Or just go for it?
The wedding is tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. You don't know what time though.
So if we want to actually be present at the ceremony, we have time.
Yeah, even if the ceremony's first thing in the morning, you have time. Like a day, 24 hours, because it's like 8:10 in the morning. Didn't take her long to say, okay, we're gonna teleport you there, grab him, and get back. You know. But if you guys want to do some research, there's lots of tables with stuff. She says my meeting's not until 9, so feel free to browse around. And what information do you need from the Lord's Alliance that
What
can't be compromised if you're captured?
can you tell us about the River Styx Captain and King Tetris?
I can tell you that if you don't have permission to get on the Golden Crown, you will have a tough time with that individual. So somehow you have to make arrangements to get on board. King Tentrix, he is a dastardly fellow. Quite some time he's been in charge of the Black Armada, but until recent events, he had no interest in taking over the Sword Coast, just to maintain his lavish lifestyle. She knows that, and I'm looking for a story entry.
So looking for any kind of vulnerabilities either one of them have, any immunities that they may have.
Well, I don't know if she would have that information. She does tell you that he has several pirate lords that work with him and under him. He also has an entourage of bodyguards that protect him. The what did I do with my little summary sheet? Here it is. So his pirate lords are Captain Scummer, no relation. Everybody looks at Scuzzer. Captain Scummer is a green slad.
He's the uncle nobody claims.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much agents of pure chaos that hail from the plane of limbo. So,
Is he controlling them through arcane means or something? Why would they just arbitrarily follow him?
we do suspect that some control, Tendrix has some kind of control over the slad. They don't know why or what. She doesn't anyways. Then there's Discratus Profanus, who is a spirit naga. Yeah. She's out of Cholt.
Is that a name I'm familiar with?
You should be. Sank a ton of Lord's Alliance vessels. Used to sink Black Armada ships before that. Used to sink any ship before that, actually. So yeah, one of those snakes with a female face on it. That's one of his. And then there's Dirge, the Shahagan Baron.
We like shooting those guys.
Yeah, he'd be fun. He'd be fun. Just shoot him in his arms. However, unlike most of his kind, this one takes to casting spells rather nicely. However, we do think they're due to a wide collection of wands that he likes to wield and blast with his mini arms. Fireball is one of his favorites. And somebody that that Squall would be familiar with, Storm Maiden is one of the pirate lords, hailing from Norland in the Moonshae Islands. She was a feared battle leader, and at the height of her power, She led a crazed quest to control the Sea of Swords that resulted in her ship vanishing beneath the waves.
And Storm Maiden, huh?
hmm Somehow she was blessed by Umberly and Valkyr, who you venerate, right? And she somehow survived. And now she is a pirate lord.
Is she human?
She was.
She got better.
Yeah, she appears as a young Noral woman with white hair, eyes that swirl with stormy blue and gray. But they did use the word appear. So
I'll put human-ish then.
now that is the 4 pirate captains or pirate lords of Tentrix. He does have some other people to be wary of, like the defender of the Driftwood Docks, the chief defender of the Driftwood Docks, is Jarl Bluebeard. He's a frost giant. So it's probably not somebody you want to get into a fist fight with either.
So we need to get Mr. Fireball and Mr. Frost Giant angry with each other.
And then
Okay,
you've got
I'll work on those spells.
and you got Kairon that protects the dock or the ship.
Hey, Ron. Sounds like a rapper.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah. Hey Ron. I probably pronounced it wrong. Just saying, just saying. That's the Miranoloth, the River Styx guy. She doesn't have a lot of information on him. And then they know of there's on the Golden Crown, they have a lot of crew that come and go. Every 10 days, the crew changes out to new crew on the Golden Crown. The only crew that remains on board, like long term, is the quartermaster, a gnome female name, goes by the name of Powder, who maintains, the weapons and armaments of the Golden Crown, and then the goblin boss named Grabbit, who seems to know every language. So those are the only crew that remain, and that's about the extent of her voluntary knowledge.
What about Tentrix's personality? Does she know anything about that? Like, does he respond well to flattery, or does he seem to have put a high stake in physical power or anything like that?
Tendrick doesn't talk a lot about his plans to his subordinates. He pretty much tries to keep his knowledge from everyone. He's you can tell he doesn't he's not afeared of death. He's not afraid to die. And he will protect his fleet with his life. He behaves brutal, brash, and uncaring.
We talked last week about trying to find something that he has a huge weakness for and exploiting that somehow to get him alone. A meeting.
She can tell you that from information that's gathered that he's traveled throughout the Faroes and knows the world's oceans like the back of his hand. And he's inflated with importance, exceedingly arrogant, and believes himself undefeatable. He's been transformed beyond a human form. His face of tentacles that hang down like twitching fleshy beard. His eyes ooze ink down his face in straining streams. And he wears a flowing leather overcoat with a tricorn hat. And he is rarely seen without his familiar, a Hermoculus named Felch. I found it. It's right there. That's about all she knows about him.
So he was human at one point.
Yeah. Well, she thinks. Not crackeny, squiddy guy, anyways.
Cracking face, cracking face.
So, just a reminder to the chat, the Black Armada flag.
Do we have one of those?
Do you want one?
I don't know because I don't want to sail in there under the Black Armada flag when we know nothing about them. Somebody's gonna
I
call
don't
us
think
out
we're
on
gonna
that.
sail in. We're teleporting down there.
Yeah,
And
that's
we
right.
need to
That's right.
find a way to get from Skog to their golden whatever it was.
The Golden
Are we
Crown.
gonna?
Number 2, I don't know
Yeah.
why 2 vessels are called. One sank, the wreck of the Golden Crown, and this is not the wreck of the Golden Crown. I don't know.
Are we gonna try to get on the Golden Crown, or are we gonna try to snab him in the city?
At the wedding.
She recommends that he will not be as relaxed if he's on the Golden Crown. I mean, he will be very tense and aware of his surroundings while he's not home. You know what I mean?
I think the wedding's going to have a lot of his subordinates and supporters there. So that
Yeah,
might be a good place to ingratiate ourselves and to find a way to get aboard and then, you know, take him out while we're on board.
Yeah, the mission is to catch him on the Golden Crown. Follow him back. Somehow get to the Golden Crown and get on board. And then while he's sleeping in his little pajamas or whatever, you grab him, while he's off guard. Don't try to grab him when he's at a wedding with the rest of the fleet. It might be more difficult. Unless you have an opportunity. Make a sack and a teleport scroll ready. Let's go! Now, we can't scry on him.
We can't
So-
question him.
No.
Nothing.
She says if the Sharko gets sight of it, they'll kill him. Sarko will kill him.
Gag him, bag him, teleport him out.
So whatever reason you guys capture him, you're gonna ransom him off to the highest Yankee or whatever. That's up to you guys. But he can't know that we're gonna question him because the Kraken will kill him. We've already experienced it on several other people we have captured.
So if it comes to it, we just tell them that we're getting paid a ransom to collect him. We don't need, if there's ever a discussion. Otherwise, we just knock him out.
And that's why they're not wanting to give you any other information either, because they don't know if he's got psychic abilities, mind reading abilities. They just know they can't scry on him, or his homunculus, or his vessel. So
Probably gonna have to do something with his little buddy too.
his little
While we're
homunculus,
taking him.
you just wring its little neck like this.
Yeah, snap it in two.
Wings will take him out.
There you go.
Let the owl have
Feed
him.
him to the owl. Feed him
Little
to the owl.
falconing.
He might actually kick the owl's ass because I think he actually has a couple hit points or something. I don't know.
It's only going to take one bolt or arrow from Skuzzarai.
All right, so I'm kind of excited to know how you guys are going to disguise yourself. Because you're going to have to do it before she teleports you, right? Because you're going to be like... Poof. She's teleporting you right outside the keel hall. Like on the north end of Skog. She actually has a map of Skog. If you guys want to see it. Believe
Yes,
it
we
or
do.
not, thank you whoever posted this on the internet. I don't know where it came from, but here is the lovely Isle of Skog. So
Not a campaign cartographer.
the green area up here is like way up on a hill, right? It's like now if you were a kingdom and you ruled over these lands, what would you have on top of this hill?
Tower.
A
A
keep.
brothel.
A keep, right? That's where you'd put the keep. Well, the Krell is, or the Krell, the keel hall, the keel hall is what's the remnants of an old keep. It's built from the walls of an old keep. The keel hall. So that's your, and the wedding is going to be like right out in front of the keel hall. Like, you know, there's some islands and stuff, docks and all kinds of stuff out there. A whorehouse. It is. Yeah. You can get laid there. For sure. So, let's start with, Nostogamus. Now you get to be not a Trident if you want for a day. What do you want to be?
Oh yeah, he wants to try out being human because he's been
Uh-huh.
around humans long enough now that he wants to like he thinks they smell really bad, and so he
Like
wants to
baloney?
actually
They
yeah
smell like
yeah
baloney.
yeah. So he wants to actually look and smell like that. And when he first like proposes it, you know, he has like a peg leg and an eye patch and a hook, and you guys are like, no, you got to tone it down. Maybe one of those. So he's just gonna go with the eye patch.
So, like a pirate with like a rapier and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, yeah, like a
You're gonna
like
go
a swashbuckling type pirate.
thin, shorter, taller, fat?
No, probably he wants to, you know, doesn't want to be too much outside of his comfort zone. So kind of what he's used to, thin, maybe a little bit short, especially for a human.
So,
He's got his hair trimmed in a mohawk.
so are you changing your clothes out? That could be problematic. You know, like if you have an illusionary hat and you go to take it off or something.
Yeah, I can't see him wearing that big star, like that star covered robe, right? So I'm gonna have to, you know, keep that off and, yeah, just, I don't know, but some common
Well,
clothes, I suppose.
well, he can make the robe look something different, but I know it's a robe.
Yeah, I worry, you know, it only takes one person to like brush up against it, because isn't
Yeah.
that how disguise self works? Like I maintain my regular dimensions.
There you go. Look at that.
There.
Isn't that awesome?
So yeah, I don't think I want to be wearing the robe. So you know, he'll wear just regular clothes to fit the appearance that he crafts for himself as close as he can.
All right, so you're just taking the trident out of the pirate.
Yeah, more than anything.
Okay. What about the see blah, 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 blah. What's your character's name, Sven?
Ember.
Ember.
Ember wants to look like Nystagmus.
You're gonna turn
Fin
into a
and
trident.
everything. See, but I'm not in a stacking missile with the disguise.
It's
No, he's gonna change into a slightly overweight pirate with a bandana on his head and human.
human, pirate,
Actually, no, he's gonna go with a little bit of half work.
big guy.
Yep.
Like 6'6", 250.
Maybe about 5'8".
Well,
5'8"
shit.
and
Sorry.
250.
He's not gonna
Nice.
change his height that much because he's a pretty short guy himself. He's only 5'2", so he's gonna add a couple inches to himself, and
so,
but add
yeah.
about 100 pounds to himself.
All right, I gotcha. What about the pirate? I mean, he's looking at these guys. I mean, I would say you need to roll like performance to help these guys out, but you're loving this. You're like, I got this bandana. Here, put this bandana on. You got all kinds of shit. You want to be a pirate? Just be me. So how are you going to disguise yourself, Mr. Pirate?
You know, I was thinking about a goblin,
Boobies?
a goblin pirate.
With boobies. A goblin
French
paint.
pirate. Well, you've had some goblins on some of the ships that you've been on. How do you think they were treated?
I could be the bitch of this crew.
I'm just saying you gotta
You
if
already
you're
are.
gonna if if you're gonna put the pants on, you gotta fill the shoes, right? So if the goblins get treated poorly, you could definitely do a goblin. Now, how tall are you? You can only do a foot shorter. So how tall is this goblin gonna be? He's gonna be pretty
Uh,
tall, isn't he?
Yeah, let me see how tall Scuzzer is. Oh, he's 6'1". Yeah, that'd be a tall goblin.
5'1" would be a
But
pretty
I'd just
tall
be
goblin.
I'd just do I'll do let me do an elf or a human. Let me do a human. I'll just be a human pirate. I
a
just don't
human
want to look
pirate.
like Scuzzer.
Well, that's not hard. You could just not be a water genasi, you know? That's easy.
Right.
Just change your skin color and change your hair and you're probably good.
Yeah, so I'll just take on a human form.
Turns his jacket inside out. We're good.
Still
Yeah.
sloshes when he walks, though.
He does. Still's like he's pouring a can of Coke down the drain when he walks by you. What about
He could do like the Bugs Bunny thing and dress up as a female pirate.
yeah?
Cross dress.
Yar. This is gonna be interesting. What about Krell? I mean, come on, he's an Aarakocra, right?
Yeah.
Krell would never lower himself to appear as one of these lesser races. So Krell will absolutely stay as an Aarakocra, but he'll change his plumage. So Krell is going to make himself into kind of a mottled brown and black plumage with a bright white head, and then the rest of his feathers. So it's kind of like a bald eagle head with a brown and black feathered.
Like
I wanna
what
s-
was
I
the
want-
cartoon with the was it Uncle Sam that was an eagle? Is that you look like an Uncle Sam cartoon eagle?
I want to see a
Actually,
peacock
hold
tail.
on. I'll make it so he has no feathers on the top of his head, so he looks more like a vulture.
There you go.
There you go.
All mean looking vulture with some
He's
gray
a bald,
hair,
vulture looking
some
Aarakocra.
gray hair poking out.
Be a harpy.
"Rawr." Now harpies have an odor. Oh yeah, the vultures
Gonna
do
say.
too.
The first person who brushes up against him would know that he's got feathers, so I can't hide that.
Yeah. Unless you like, there you go, perfect. Can I change that real quick? Let me change that out on the slideshow. Krell.
This
looks like
guy.
It looks like It looks more like a penguin that got acid splashed on it or
Like
something.
a manged pelican.
Yeah, or a pelican. I meant. Yeah, not a penguin. All right. So, Marbania,
Nasty.
what about your feller there? What's Squall? What's the old air genasi gonna look like?
You know, I want something that's as close to. I mean, I'm just basically basically going to change the skin color from the kind of misty
Bluish.
blue to maybe a
Fabio, like a
northerner.
nice Fabio skin tone, like you go with your hair.
Yeah, except
All
well, I'm talking
tan.
about size and all that, but he's going to be one of the ugliest people that you've ever seen. I mean,
Like
nose is
warts
twisted,
and
bent,
No, you're supposed to change how you look.
warts. And big wart on his nose right here in the nystagmus. Um, and but he is definitely going as a priest of Tempest, and I mean he's a god of war. Just, I mean, he's not going to hide the fact that he's a priest. So
got his big staff out.
yeah, yeah.
So
But
that's
same 6 foot tall, 100. I'm not going to do it. I don't want anybody doing this over the top of my head.
no, the
You know,
Sky Self is not super powerful, so you're not
right,
stretching it at all. The one that's
right.
given it the most stretch, I think, would be Krell. But and he too is basically changing his skin color. I mean, to some form. All right. So you guys get the old teleport. So she teleports you and then immediately teleports away. And so you guys end up right over here. So let me give you a little token here. Let's do this one. I want to hear that. No, not that button. This button. All right, so you guys land right over on the corner, and as you guys fade into this teleport, you're a little disorientated for a second, and it's quite a bit more humid down here. So if you have like glasses and stuff, they immediately fog over. you know, if you're wearing goggles, Krell's goggles, fog up. You know, you can see them fogged up. Uh, and then up, you're kind of down on the hill, and you look up, and you see what used to be a keep. Now, this obviously, whoever drew this didn't give me the keep look, but up on the hill, it's a big keep, but you can tell that it's been transformed into uh, a hotel or a tavern and inn. It's big. There's a sign hanging out of the front that says a keel hall, and it doesn't look like it's a dump. It looks well kept. Like the lawn's manicured. There's flowers out. And as you guys kind of start walking up towards it, you see the side of it. There's also a sign that says Portmaster. So it's not only the tavern and inn, but it appears to be where the Portmaster is. So how do you guys want to approach? You want to go in? You want to wander around the island?
Do we know where the wedding is happening?
In front of the keel hall, you can see them setting up. Matter of fact, they're starting to get things cleared out front, and you can see some like banners and stuff going up. And it's not till tomorrow, so they're not. If it rains or whatever, they don't want to get. But you can see them doing some setup. And this place is uh, busy. You can see people milling about, ships coming and going, hauling stuff to and fro. But as you look out, as you get towards the top of the hill and you look out onto the harbor, there's only a few ships here. There's not a ton of ships here. A lot of the docks are empty or
Can we see the flagship of the captain?
no. Actually, right now you don't see any Black Armada flags.
Should we poke around in the tavern?
Tavern, boys?
Is that
I'm
the apple
always for a
barrel
tavern.
or the gilded sail or jibbed sail? I mean,
Here's the keel haul.
Are they giving away free drinks at the wedding bar yet?
No, the wedding party hasn't opened up their
Is
bar
the bar
yet.
open?
The place is open though. There's people in there. You can hear them chatting and talking and you know, you guys kind of approach from the bottom right as you kind of come up the hill. You can see the keel haul flat. This is actually the portmaster, a little sign hanging out there above the door up on the keep says the keel haul in a wooden painted sign. Looks like it's been here a while. The sign is not freshly painted, but kind of well kept, but weathered. Then there's benches out front. You can see that there's stables around back. They apparently do have some horses and stuff around these parts, wagons and stuff to transport goods and supplies around. And when you look up into the front, you see a couple of big doors, windows in the doors, and inside you can see people milling about.
Do
Really
they
nice
look like?
secure lodging?
Yeah. Do they? Do the people inside look like pirates?
They do. Well, you can see like staff that actually look like pirates too. Their outfit looks like a pirate outfit, but like fake uniform pirate outfit. You know, you can tell. They got a fake hook arm, fake eye patch.
Are you ready to be seated?
The eye patch has a hole cut in it so they can see out because they got to carry lots of drinks. You don't want them tripping over shit when they can't see out of one eye. Your death procession goes to hell. So are you guys going in?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me make it easy on you guys. Let's do that. There you go.
Oh, this is a Masonic map.
Yeah, I forgot who I paid for this.
That's Bogey's map. I recognize the icon.
It was on Reddit, I think, is where I got this. Reddit? Read it?
Bogey released a bunch of stuff, both maps and a bunch of map making artwork. So that's available for campaign cartographer and other art applications.
So Ember, you move up and you can see inside the doorway now. You can make out behind the bar there's a Minotaur. He looks like he's barking orders and slinging drinks at the same time.
Any relation to the last group we beat up?
You're not sure? Do they have like a hoof identification mark or something? Like, is the ring standardized among them? You don't know.
They have
they
a tag
branded?
on their nose ring.
Right?
Do they have a brand?
Branded, yeah.
The ranch
Number
they're
4 on the side. The Minotaurs are they don't get tattoos, they get branded. Urgh. Nice. That would be a good character to play. I've got a brand of my mom on my arm. Mom. It's branded there.
Gorgio gave Sven a magic item.
Uh-oh. Sven gets a magic item. Jeez. I have to find
On my address, you can mail it to me.
I have to find the random magical item table B is what it is. But I'm handy like that. 35. What'd you get?
Perfect. I can use it for the Minotaur.
Right, a potion of animal friendship. You might be able to exchange brands. Can I get your brand on my butt?
That's awesome. Thank you, Ngojo. So, no one else is following. I'm going to go up and order a drink.
So you step up to the bar. The big Minotaur, he comes over to you. He says, "How you doing there, fella? What can I do for you?" You see that he's got like like an axe scar that runs down his face and splits his lip like wide open. And then you look down, he's got a little name tag that says Cleft.
So, Gorgio's gonna try his half-work lingo. I would like your house ale, please. I'm a pirate.
Oh, and you guys
Arr.
go in and sit down. I'm a pirate. R. He looks at you strangely, like kind of cocks his hand, you know, his big antlers tip over. He's like, coming up. He turns around and pours you an ale. That'd be 5 silver.
Right, so I'll give him 6 and then go sit down.
Scuzzer's eyeballing this dude at the desk trying to figure out what the hell he's doing.
Right? He's like doing paperwork and shit over there. Like, what the hell? There's a little sign
little
above
out
him.
of place.
Pirate.
There's a little
working on-
sign above the desk that says Portmaster Clerk.
He's working on his screenplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over there typing. Except he doesn't have a typewriter. She's got a pen and a quill and an ink thing. All right, so one of the waitresses, she comes over, says, "Evening, boys. The soup of the day is a clam chowder. And if you're gonna get into a fight, we ask you, the chute is not quite open yet."
New
She-
England or Manhattan?
She says, "Of course, we have both. This is the Keel Hall."
We're from out of town. What's the shoot?
The chute, and she points over to the big dragon head over on the under the wall, and you can see its mouth is like gaped open, and there's like bits and pieces of cloth caught on its teeth and stuff. She says, "The chute leads out to the harbor, and it's full of nasty barnacles, and it's quite slick as well. That's where you get tossed when you're not welcome in the Keel Hall anymore. It's a long ride out to the harbor down that barnacle-filled tube. Most don't survive."
Don't worry, we are friendly pirates. We won't fight. And I sort of tap Krell on the shoulder.
I peck his hand.
So you guys get some drinks and food and stuff, and try to see what's
Yes,
going
I would
on.
like some good human food, please.
One human.
Get the
food,
New England
please.
clam chowder.
So she's friendly. She says, "Are you boy? You say you're from out of town, but are you with the Black Armada?" She says, kind of hushingly.
Would we tell you if we were?
Well, they like to flaunt it. If you were, I assumed you would. Not that flaunting is anything wrong with that if you are. She says, "I'll be back with your soup." And she shrugs her shoulder and goes off into the kitchen.
All right. What's the answer for next time we're asked that question?
I'm with
Yeah, you-
whoever pays me the most.
You all lean forward to her. You're supposed to say yes. You can
No,
pull
I
up a
say,
chair. You don't have to sit over there. You can pull up a chair. You just scooch the chair around.
No, we were with some upstart prick named Captain Scuzzer, and the son of a bitch abandoned us out here, and you know, we caught a ride here, hoping to get on with the crew somewhere.
And when he says Captain Scuzzer, I spit in disgust.
Like in your drink or in Scuzzer's drink or
They're just like off to the side.
I mean you are a Triton, so you should be able to spit pretty good, right? You like hogging up a good gill loogie, right? You know, you get your gills getting some going. Although it wouldn't look like gills, it would just look like veins because you got an illusion going
Right. Just looks like I'm getting all worked up and angry.
You can see like this little area over here is kind of a curtain, like a heavy curtain. And then this is a door that goes to a hallway. When you were walking up, there was windows that you could see this hallway and stuff, and some doors and stuff. Not a lot of traffic going this way. Actually, very, very little traffic over here. But you do see people wandering in and out of this hallway over here. Like people that are at tables and...
Is that a fireplace over there in the corner?
Yeah, a big fireplace over in the corner.
Looks like 4 guys sitting around a table there.
Yeah. Those guys are being kind of loud and...
Scuzz is gonna go over there and warm his hands. Like,
Alright, it's like June.
sit by the fire for a second.
It's like June. No, it's not hot out. It's not cold out, but... So
See if
as
I
you
can
come,
eavesdrop on these
over
people.
there, one of them says, "Hey, what do you want? We're discussing private matters over here." He like steps up,
Well, if you-
kind of leans his chair out in front of you, like slides it out in front of you as you start to get close to the fire.
I was just gonna go check out the fire.
There ain't no checking out fires over here. This is our area, mind you. And give me an
Okay.
insight. Give me an insight check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The other 3 tables apparently are a little, like, you see their faces like assholes. You know, they're kind of looking at you like those guys are assholes, kind of that kind of attitude. Like they don't like them either.
All right. I'm just gonna say, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No need to be pushy. Jeez, just trying to get a little heat, little warmth. Checking out the fire.
You can come back when we're not here.
Well, if you're discussing private matters, you probably shouldn't be doing it out in the open now, should you?
Depends on who's listening now, doesn't it?
Yeah, the whole bar is listening. You're being
Mm.
quite loud over here anyway.
Are they? And he looks around and all, you know, like everybody looks away, like how they all look down at their food and stuff as he looks around. I don't think so. No
All
one's
right, you
heard a
guys have-
thing we've said, have you? And they're all like, yeah, these guys definitely have an air of assholism. More so than the rest, you know. Everybody else is just your average crappy pirate. These guys,
I'm gonna ask them where do you come from?
what, are you writing a book or you have someone to report to?
Nah, I'm just curious. I'm the curious type.
Well, we haven't shoved anyone in the chute lately. We're just curious how you would fare.
I wouldn't fare too well.
The guy on the backside says, I think he'll survive. I've got 5 gold says he'll survive. And the other 2 look over. 5 gold, you say? And they look at you. One of them pulls out a 5 gold. I'm down. What say you there? And they look back at you. Do you want to go in? We'd be more
Nah,
than
there's no
happy
need
to.
for that. There's no need for that.
Well, are you going to just stand here?
I might.
Well, boys, it seems our friend, I don't know how they got upside down, wants to ride the chute. Clef.
There's no need for violence, and he's gonna walk back away.
Yeah, you see Clef like looking over at the bar too. He's like, you can see like his nostrils flaring, like he's getting upset.
I tell him those guys over there are assholes as I walk back to the table.
Welcome to the Black Armada, he says. He kind of smiles and give me another insight check and a perception check because your insight sucks. I knew it was just a fluke, but your perception's pretty good. So you see him wink at them. You know, that kind of. But your insight was so low, you think he might be flirting with them. You don't know. You're not quite sure. You saw him wink, but you don't know what it means.
So are they all humans?
Yeah, they except for those guys over there.
Yeah, the four.
Yeah, for simplicity's sakes, we'll say they're all human. Yeah. No, they're frost giants. Would that have changed your?
That would
idea
have
of
changed a
going
lot.
over Yeah. All right. So yeah, they're humanoidish. There might be a half elf over there or something, you know. But definitely the scallywags. So you guys are here for a little while. Have some drinks and some tables come and go. Some people come and go. And you overhear generalization about the wedding happening tomorrow. The place is going to be busy. They're going to be packed for most of the day tomorrow. Um, Everybody give me an investigation because we're going to see. I'm assuming you guys are kind of chit-chatting it up and milling about those that do so. And then, yeah, wow. So, Nostagamus, you're investigating. You're like, there's gum under this table. You know,
Who put gum under here?
there's
God.
like 3 pieces
It's
of gum
wobbly too.
It's like
You
trying
need
to
put
get
a
the table fixed.
shiv underneath it.
You guys are wandering around talking to people and doing some investigations and everybody give me a performance check. Let's see how your disguise is mating. Now wait.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Make me do this. I need to start doing this. So I'm going to do that and select all PCs. Do that and give a performance. There we go. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to do it this way, that way, and then do it that way. Sorry, you guys should have had advantage on it. All right, so the voyage cannot disguise itself. So it is 100% being the voyage since but who the hell's Lurk?
He's Krell in disguise.
Lurk. My name's Lurk. Lurk. That's
Krell
perfect for a
backwards.
vulture, right? It's perfect for a vulture though. He's just lurking over the top. So yeah, you're on it. You know, it took you a little while, you know, because you dropped a fumble, but it took you a little while to get going. But once you get into character, you know, you're like, hey buddy, you gonna eat the rest of that? You know, you're taking scraps off of people's plates and.
If anybody
Scuzzer,
talks to me, I scream at them in Aarakocra. I don't speak Comet at all.
like, why does Aarakocra sound like any? Does it sound like bird talk, or is it more?
Do it again.
Is it whistles and chirps? Isn't it like whistles and chirps? Beep.
Whistles and squawks and shrieks and
It's like just he goes. Is that the response you get? Okay, I get you. I get you. All right, so yeah, you're doing pretty good too. Now, Scuzzer, for somebody acting like a pirate, you're doing a pretty good job. You're you're acting like a pirate. I don't know how you pulled
Comes
it off.
natural.
And Nostogamus, you're just, this gum has got you, and you've got gum now on your shoe. And now you're dragging your feet around, and you guys kind of glance over at him, and you can see the illusion is kind of iffy a little bit a couple times on his feet because he's trying to get this gum off his shoe. And in Squall, you're master of your domain. You've got it down. So we've got a 20, a 19, an 18, a 9. Guess who the 9 was? Raise your hand if
Gumshoe.
you got gum on your shoe. And a 19 for your performances. So you guys are doing a very good job, except for Nostogamus, but you guys make up for it easily. So as you guys are sitting around, everybody give me I want to say a notice roll because it just sounds just, do you notice it or not? But this is 5e, we don't have notice.
It's perception.
So give me another perception roll. Oh, hey, wait, I got it, I got it,
You
I
wanna
got
push
it.
it?
I need to do it. You guys need to force me to do it.
No, you give it to us.
You take it. You will take it. And yeah, I did mean to give it to you with advantage because you guys you picked the right table for some reason. So out of the curtain, everyone sees her. She comes out. Now, she doesn't have her mask on currently, and she doesn't have her weapons drawn. But other than that, you guys notice a female. Oops. What's going on here? Step out.
It's the port master.
All right.
This is the portmaster. She steps out and
I think
let
I'm
me-
smuggling something, guys.
I don't know. This is a good token. Here you go. She
Careful,
steps
she'll
out.
do a cavity check.
There's her token, and she comes over to the
He's
desk.
hoping.
And you guys overhear her talking.
No,
To
it's
the-
it's a little deeper than that. A little deeper. A little deeper than yeah. No, almost there.
Are you guys jerking off under the table? What are you guys doing? Yeah, she steps out from in this curtain, and she walks over, and she kind of she looks at you guys, and you see her kind of cock her head a little as she's looking at you guys, and then she kind of blinks her eyes a little, and then she walks over to the desk, and she says, "How are we doing for tomorrow? Do we have all the things in order?" And he's like, "Mostly, I need you to tend to a couple of things." They're having a little discussion, and he kind of gets a little like attitudinal with her that that she doesn't agree with something he's talking about, right? And he kind of gets affirmative with her. You can hear his voice raise a little, and she says, "You're right. You're right. I have to do this. I don't want to do this, but I have to do this." And she says, "I can't stand that man." She kind of stomps. She looks over at you guys again and kind of cocks her head a little bit. And then she goes back into the room back here again.
I wonder who she can't stand.
She was looking at you.
She doesn't like vultures. She really loves tritons, though.
Dang it.
Giggity, giggity.
Timber.
So what's the plan? You guys are gonna get a room or what? A couple rooms? You gonna stay here tonight or what's your plan? People come and go.
Yeah.
You can overhear the wait staff talking about the wedding and
Actually, I want to ask the waitstaff about her, and say something along the lines of, "I'd like to, tell me about her. I'd like to buy her a drink." That sort of thing.
what, the port
Pretty-
master or the wait staff? She's like,
no,
you want to buy
the
you
port,
want to buy me a drink? She's like,
the port master. Yeah.
you want to
Freddy
buy
Krueger.
you want to buy Mrs. Malice Prow? Her name is Malice Prow. You want to buy Portmaster Malice Prow a drink? Well, I'm sure I'd take her one for you. She looks a little nervous.
Might be good
And
to talk to you.
yeah, I'll just say, well, why do you look nervous? Is that a bad idea?
Well, it's not too common that a patron wishes to speak with Malice Brow.
She looked like she was having a bad day.
But of course you could request an audience with her, she says. As she gets the gist of the drink. She's like, oh,
What do you buy her sex on the beach or something?
A slippery nipple.
no, the way he's smiling, like, I buy her a drink. It's not, I want to buy her a drink because we want to have a business proposition type of meeting. You want to buy her a drink because you want to get in her pants. She gets the innuendo because you can hire her for that too. The wait staff. Yeah, there's also prostitution in here, so.
The Minotaur.
The Minotaur,
Oh
probably.
my God.
You think you could see him in leather chaps. Now he's
Isn't
got
that
Gag.
he's
isn't
got
Instead
a,
of wearing the skin of his kind.
right?
isn't that beeftiality then?
Actually, they're made out of human hide, so it's human leather hide. There's like 4 bodies it took to make the pants. He's a big guy. Does anyone want to talk to him? His name is Cleft. Because he's got a
No, I
big
already
cleft.
talked to him.
Hi, Cleft.
How'd you know my name? He looks down at his name tag. Oh.
Might be that I just heard it from somebody.
I didn't catch your name.
Mind if here? I'll just move over a seat. My name is Multer.
Alright, let me see if I got a NPC stat block for this guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, here we go. That would be, what is insight? Wisdom?
I think so.
Or is it
Yes.
intelligence?
Yeah.
Wisdom.
He's pretty wise. So he's like, are you making fun of me?
Me? No. I would have something stronger to drink though than this. This tastes almost like cow pit. I mean, something better.
He's like, I've got a special drink for you.
What is it?
You see, I'm getting it for you. He's fumbling around underneath the bar. Pulls out a frothy big mug and sets it up on the counter.
Careful, it's warm.
Is it warm?
Right?
We call this the stand up or shut up drink. It's on the house. Slides it towards you.
Is it piss?
Do you smell it? I mean, it's got a
Yeah.
frothy head. You lean over,
Yeah.
and it smells like cow piss.
Imagine that. Actually, I came to buy you a drink,
He's like,
and I'm gonna slide it back across the bar at him.
I only drink milk.
Oh, that's a good one, my friend. You're a funny guy. I like that. And I'll slap a gold piece up there on the bar and say, "No, man, you got any better wine? I need better wine."
Yeah, they do have. They just happen to have a nice bottle of wine that they actually brew on the island here. Where did the map of Skog go? There was a place.
Applewood Brewery.
Yeah, the Appleheart Distillery makes apple barrel wine and apple barrel whiskey.
Oh, apple barrel whiskey. You've sold me. I'll have some of that.
Hmm.
You know, I was thinking about preaching a sermon while I was in here.
A sermon.
Yes.
Well, it's.
On kicking ass in the name of Tempest.
I see. Are you here for the wedding? He says. Wait.
I
You-
am.
He's got a
Right.
he's like, are you here for the wedding? Because he's got a cut in his mouth. Good cleft. Are you here for the wedding?
I am here for the wedding. I'm here for the apple whiskey right now, though.
He's
too.
like, are you here for the bride side or the bride side?
Yes, and yes.
Are you just here because everyone else is going to be here?
You know, we just here by happenstance.
You just happened to end up in Skog? That's an interesting thought right there. What, did you fall asleep
Well-
in the port somewhere and wake up here?
No, this bastard stranded us that we've been sailing under for a while. Fucking Captain Scuzzer. You ever heard of that bastard?
Should I? There's lots of captains that come and go in this place.
Oh, you'd never mistake Scuzzer. That's for damn sure. He's about to load down this bastard you ever met in your life.
Fucking water genasi.
Sounds like a perfect member of the Black Armada, he says.
And everywhere he walks, he leaves a wet trail behind him.
When
Nail.
when he says Scuzzer's name, Nystagmus spits from where he is into an empty glass on the bar.
Like arching, like
Yeah,
goldfish,
yeah,
kind of like
like from across the yeah.
into the piss cup?
No, an empty glass.
An empty glass. Okay. So give me a perception check, and let's see if you can find. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. So you fill up a glass, and everyone stops and looks, and then they all start clapping, like all the people around the bar as you finish filling up. I mean, and you can hear it going. Like you pissed in it, you know.
I take off my hat and I start walking around the bar, like holding it out, waiting for
You
people
get
to put their drinks
you
in.
get about 10 silver, I think. I think that was worth a few silvers here and there.
He
They're all
takes his hat
clapping.
off,
They're all
and
clapping.
Squall looks at him and goes,
gives you the sign language.
Put your hat back on.
Your
Put your hat
head's
back
sticking up. Your hair's like sticking up. It's like
Yeah, it's
you
a
got like
mohawk. Remember?
you got a mohawk, but it's like just the middle of your head though. It's like that wide of a mohawk, like an inch wide. It looks more like a rooster. Clef's like, this friend of yours, he seems pretty talented.
Yeah, he's full of all kinds of just strange things like that, really. But yeah, he was one of them that was stranded with me. Mhm.
He leans forward and says, if you're looking to join up in the Armada, kind of motions towards the guys by the fire. He says, they are members.
Are they?
Are you
Well, we're gonna have to sign on with somebody. I mean, we'll never make it through the winter here. We gotta find employment, sign on. You know, the employment that you don't have to work real hard. You just go take it from other people.
Says, depends on who you're taking it from, I suppose.
You do make a good point, don't you?
Some pirates have a code. And when he says code, you see most of the pirates around the bar, to the code! And they all hold up their mugs.
To the code.
The guys
I'm gonna
over
hold up
at
the
and when the
cowpiss.
code goes around, you know, everyone at the bar does it. The code, except for the 4 individuals sitting over by the fire.
Oh, no code. Fuck that. No code.
You know, like the guy
Fuck
sitting
the
next to you
code.
goes, "What do you mean no code? You have no code?"
It's too hot. It's too hot outside for a coat. And I'm just gonna walk off.
Did he say code or coat? Looks to his buddies. I don't know. I'm just surprised that no one's taken up that off on that free beverage. And he points over to the big mug of frothy cow urine.
Oh, please, it's all yours.
Clef slides it over to him. Go right ahead there, little fella. Gets about halfway done with it, and he pulls down the mug. He's got like froth on his upper lip, and he goes, and then starts throwing up.
I think that one can't handle his drink.
It does taste like cow piss. Ugh. All right, so rooms. What are we doing? Talking to other people?
I'm gonna share what the bartender told me about the fort over there and all that stuff. I don't really have a good plan on approaching them yet, though. Go over there
Yeah,
and
I
tell
tried
them they
that.
need
Assholes.
religion.
Doesn't sound like a good plan to go over there and piss them off, right? Now, you guys could, you know, get like captured and put into a ship in the hold and then taken to. I mean, that is another plan. I don't know if it's your plan or not, but
I think we need to talk to that lady.
Yeah.
lady,
Hey, lady.
hey lady,
Portmaster?
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to take a bio. Well, I'm gonna be AFK just a minute.
The port
But I'm
master.
listening.
Break time.
Yeah, let's take a break. Let's do that. It's break time. It's break time. All right, chat. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, so us old people can Go drain our lizard and stuff like that. So let me find the timer, the Snapple Snaz timer, and we're gonna do it for 21:43. So we'll be back at 21:43. So just under 10 minutes. So we'll be back. we are slowly making our way back. Some of us faster than others. Was that a good nap? 20 minutes.
I had a good ice cream bar.
That's a good nap. I had a cookie, a chocolate chip cookie.
I had a piece of cheese.
And now my dog won't leave me alone because I had a cookie.
It was an ice cream sandwich. That's what I had.
Those sound good. I haven't had one of those in a while.
An old-fashioned one too.
I like a good Klondike bar too once in a while. Oh, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I get the Reese's ones and the Crunch ones when they're on sale.
I don't think I tried the Reese's one. I don't know. I just like the vanilla ice cream with the chocolate on it. Don't fluff it up with all kinds of other crap. Ice
Yeah, I
cream
agree.
sandwich is good. I mean, if somebody says you have to choose only one ice cream that you can eat for the rest of your life, unfortunately, mine would just be vanilla. Just plain vanilla. No Rocky Road, no
I'd have to do strawberry.
strawberry, really? For the rest of
Dark
your life,
chocolate.
strawberry. Dark chocolate, wow. Mine would be a specific cake ice cream from Bluebell, but they don't make it. It was like a one-off shot. It's called Cake, and what it is vanilla ice cream with little pieces of chocolate cake in it that have been dipped in fudge inside of the ice cream. So you think you're going to get this, and they're like little like caramel size bites, like a caramel, but about that size, but chocolate covered little pieces of cake. Chocolate cake. Oh, it's so good.
I'll tell you what, Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia is pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's a hard one right there. I don't know, cherry.
I like fish food myself.
Oh, go
You
figure.
like fish food?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I thought that was your character talking.
No, I really like fish food.
All right, so the evenings boiling down slowly, and you guys got here in the morning, and the place was like civil. People were still drinking and having mostly food and stuff to eat. The kitchen serves good food. I mean, this place has good food here. It's not like, expensive either. It's reasonable price. It's like going to Cracker Barrel.
You got all you can eat crab legs?
All you can eat, and if you pay more, you get another plate. All you can eat.
Oh.
They got all you can buy crab legs.
All you can buy crab legs.
Yep. And if they need more, they know where to get it.
You should go to the bar and order a steak.
I would like a beef steak.
Filet.
You know the part like right about, and you point to his hip. That part right about there. Can I get that piece of steak? And I want it
Yeah.
rare.
You got any kids? I want some veal.
Oh!
Ooh. Them there's fighting words. So, I know you guys want to go talk to her. How do you guys want to do that? I mean, is there a plan, or you just...
What, are we all going, or just?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is there a plan?
Thought he was buying her a drink.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do? Send her a
Sweeten
drink
her up a
in?
little.
Yeah, I'll still buy her a drink.
All right, so your little wait staff girl, she comes over. She says, "What? She likes a mint jubilee." She says, "It's a mint jubilee she likes."
I don't know what that is, but yeah, bring her one of those.
So she gets the drink and she makes her way, and you hear her knock on the door. oh, oh. And she comes back out and she says, she'll be right out. She wants to meet you.
Oh, good. I want to meet her.
So the wait staff, you can see her. She comes back and she's like hanging out at the bar,
Shall we tell her
waiting.
we're pirates?
She wants to see what happens.
And I give her, a good tip for helping facilitate the transaction.
Oh, she's like, uh, oh yeah, money. Thank you. Like she was a little surprised. She's like not surprised, but oh yeah, I need to make money. I forgot. This is so fun. So a few moments later, Celine comes out and she's got her drink with her, and she moves over and she looks down at you, and she nods, and then she moves behind you and she grabs a chair. She spins it around and she sits right between you two. She says, "Now, boys, I like the drink, but what nefarious deeds are you up to this evening? I can see right through your illusions." I do like the fin, though. She winks at you.
Thanks, I wax it.
I see that.
Ictophiliac.
A vulture? She looks over at you. It must have taken you a while to decide on how to cover up your beautiful plumage. And she shrugs when she looks over at Squall. What can you do with that?
Just try to make it ugly. I mean, but look at this.
And she looks over at your staff and she says, "Now, my, isn't that handsome?"
Like my big
We hear
stick.
there's a wedding tomorrow.
A wedding. Yes. Are you here for that foul thing?
Foul, foul. No, we're here because this bastard abandoned us.
With a disguise on? Or was that your doing?
Well, we're just kind of lost right now.
Well, I can help you out with that. You're at the Keel Hall in Skog. It's my place. Some say I run the whole island, but it's not official or anything. And she winks.
Does she appear to be?
She's very flirty.
Insight
She's already
check on her?
felt you up a couple times. You know, touching you.
Really?
You think she's got alternative motives for being out here, but you're not sure what they are. Like, you don't think she comes out and greets everyone friendly. And you look down at, you're right next to her and you get a good look. Her weapons look like she didn't buy them at Walmart, you know. They came right from a catalog, you know. Like customized weapon hilts and
Freddy Krueger looking stuff.
yeah. You see little bulges and forms underneath her tight-fitting clothes that would sense weapons, hidden weapons.
Her lady lumps.
Her lady lumps have lumps.
So, and I turn and say to her, I didn't actually expect buying you a drink to work. So why don't you tell us why you're actually out here talking to us?
Well, it's not every day you see 5 fine gentlemen come in that look like 5 other fine gentlemen.
Well, 4 fine gentlemen at least.
She
Or
goes,
plus Guzzler.
She goes, and she looks down at your crotch, Ember, and says, "I assumed you were a gentleman."
We're all male, yes.
Ah.
Don't choke there, Spin.
She says, if you're here for the wedding, then I'll take my drink and leave you to your bee.
No, we're here for a room.
A room? Ah.
Yes, we need a room.
Well, I don't tend to that side of things. I leave those things up to Cleft. And she kind of signals towards him, points with her head towards him. Cleft.
Yeah, I like it, dude. He's good.
So who all's getting married?
Hmm. A couple
You
of...
don't seem to like him terribly.
Oh, the two girls that are getting married are great friends of mine. I've known them for most of their lives. Actually, they met right here in the Keel Hall. Matter of fact, one of them worked here.
If you're such friends with them, why the distaste?
Distaste with my friends, not at all. She says, I distaste their employer.
Can I get a read on her? Is she being truthful with that statement at least?
So far, you can give me an insight check. Squaw, you think your boobies are lying? I mean, you have a hard time trying to think about anything, but did she say something? But Nastagama, since she's sitting in your lap almost, your insight rises to the occasion. As you think she's has a definite distaste for somebody. As she says their employer, you can see her eyes squint and she kind of flushes a little, like a little flash of red through her eyes.
Who's their employer?
You guys are not from around here, that's for sure. Do you know who the Black Armada is?
No, the
We've heard of
bartender
them.
said.
Assholes over there.
Yeah, the bartender said those assholes in the corner over there.
It's just
Yes.
those four, right?
There's more about, but just those four. I'll be surprised if they pay their tab.
Oh,
They-
we can fix that.
I don't
Just
think.
Wait till
I'm
that buzzard just unleashes on them.
Unfortunately, hundreds of their friends are due to arrive in the morning. Dragging bodies out of the harbor of the Black Armada is not something I had planned for tomorrow morning, as I have been selected to marry my two friends.
Oh, you'll be well.
Master of ceremonies.
Pointers.
It is my island. I am the captain.
Oh,
At least, not officially, and she winks.
so you said their employer, so you don't. The Black Armada, is that who you're talking about?
Unfortunately, like many of these pirates, the Black Armada pays well. And it seems that once you become a member of the Black Armada, you forget about your duties and loyalties and codes. She whispers lowly as not to get everyone going, the code! Become second nature, should we say? They tend to have their own agenda lately.
So I take it you don't favor the Black Armada.
It's not necessarily the Black Armada I don't like. They mean well, but they think that I should subjugate myself to them. And that is where me and the Sea King don't see eye to eye.
To them or to him?
What do you mean?
Oh, so when she said, that you should subjugate yourself to them, do you mean, you take issue with them or with him?
These days, Sea King Tentrix and the Black Armada are one and the same. However, my distaste is distinctly for him. You see her like gripping the table kind of hard as she's saying it. He and I don't see eye to eye, and never will.
Well,
Well, it is your lucky day.
She's like,
Here it comes.
She kind of squirms a little. She goes, I can tell.
No, not that. That's not what I meant.
Huh. That's what the Mint Jubilee means around here.
You think I would have heard of that? And then he says that perhaps we can help each other out.
Of course. Perhaps you would like to adjourn to my office. And she points towards the curtains.
Oh, sure, you don't have to ask me twice.
Yes.
So she gets up and she walks over to the desk, and she leans over to whatever his name is, Bob. She says, "These gentlemen are here to do some business. Please see that we're not disturbed. Come in, gentlemen. Come in." And she holds the curtain open for you guys. Eeny, meeny, miny. Oops, not that button. This button. I drew that so nice too. Wasn't that nice little shading I did? Hold on. So I guess she teleports in there already. I already had a token on there. And she says, "Come in, come in, come in." There's like little stools and chairs and stuff in here that she pulls out, and you guys can sit around. She says, "What brings you way down south?"
Roll with it.
We wanna help you with your problem with the Sea King.
You want to help
the A
me?
team.
She looks you over one more time. She says, "I do see that you have a few nice magical items." She especially looks at the staff. "What's your interest in Sea King Tentrix?"
It's purely monetary.
"You've been paid by..." And she stops short of asking questions. And she says, "Where?"
Where?
That's
Yes.
yet to be determined.
And she says, "Here on the island?"
No. On the Golden Crown.
Well, now, that is something I can help you with. When?
Soon as possible.
Yeah.
Right
Would you
after the
happen to
wedding
know
would be
how one
ideal.
can get an invitation to the Golden Crown?
She says, "You have to join a crew." But it's your lucky day. She kind of motions over to the window over here. She says, "Out there in the port." Hold on, I closed my button. She says, "There's a vessel that's going to the Golden Crown. Meet me there in the morning, and I'll arrange transport for you."
Could you be more specific?
I could, I suppose.
Which vessel?
Ah, her name is Reading. The
Buttered
Angel's
chicken.
the Angel's Bane. Just meet me on the docks and I'll introduce you to her crew.
In the morning it is then.
They are due to report for duty on the Golden Crown. She says, and she pulls out what appears to be a gold brick, and she lays it on the mantle there by the fireplace, and she says, "And this for one of his face tentacles.
Just one?
That's all I need is a memento. It will replace," and she picks it up and sets it up like right in the middle of the mantle. She scoots a couple things out. She says, "I will have it petrified, and it will adorn my mantle."
You really don't like this guy.
We have a distaste for one another. He thinks this island should be his, and I disagree.
Is that it? Because this seems to run a little more personal for you.
He's tried multiple times to take it and failed.
No past relationship between the two of you then?
No mint jubilees, if that's what you're asking. And he winks.
Mint Jubilees.
And she winks at the Stagamus.
And she sees through the disguise.
Haven't you
Yeah,
heard?
I think there's something fishy going on here.
Triton is a delicacy down south. It's good with a good Chianti and some fava beans.
How much do we think that gold bar is worth?
About 10,000 gold.
Ooh, ooh.
Shit, I'll trim his beard all the way up for that.
I'll bring her 2.
For 10,000, I'll give you one of mine.
How
She's
are we
like-
going to get it to her after we've captured him?
It is a difficult task. That's why it's such a nice reward.
Well, my thinking is we have 2 scrolls of teleport. If we could teleport one to here, hand it off, and then teleport to the circle.
If we weren't given a time frame, we can drop him off and then come back here.
Drop him off and give it to
Mummified tentacle.
and then say, "Oh, by the way," reach over and snatch a tentacle with a dagger.
Now there is this possibility, guys.
Can't
that-
you just order calamari and bring it in and try to pass it off as his tentacle? It's a little chopped up, but it's okay.
Just breading. You know, if this doesn't go over well, will we want to come back here after dropping him off?
That's just bonus, I think.
Well, in the
The
morning
que-
then.
the- I think it boils down to opportunity. If you have the opportunity, because he might remember getting his tentacle off his face cut off. Might wake him up. You don't know. But she says, yes, enjoy yourselves this evening. Take advantage of the ales and the wine and the apple ciders and the mint jubilees.
This is a pretty comfy couch over here.
And she says, unfortunately, I have business to attend to. So if you don't mind, gentlemen, I will see you in the morning, say an hour after sunrise.
When do our potions wear off?
About an hour after sunrise.
Okay.
Actually, probably more like 2 or 3 hours after sunrise, because you guys didn't drink them till like almost 9. So, are you guys gonna
What the?
spend the night? Anything else you guys
Thought the
want to do
Stagmans was
tonight?
staying back.
All right. Squall's like, can I have a sip of your mint jubilee?
Man, I can't get over the whole chocolate fountain and kids not comment.
They cough and sneeze in it all the time.
My guess is you're not a big fan of the Golden Corral chocolate fountain.
I see kids stick their little booger fingers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do recycled chocolate. It just doesn't like pumped. If it's been pumped, that's not gonna, yeah. Ugh. Not that I remember ever seeing a chocolate fountain at Golden Corral. I've been there a couple times.
Mine has 3. Right, milk, regular, and white.
Yikes. It's been a few years. Probably 7 or 8 years since I've ate at one.
Oh, look at you going to the fancy Golden Corral.
Right? They
No
got,
shit.
yeah, mine's in like downtown West Palm. You have to cross over 3 sets of tracks to get to the right side. You know what I mean?
Should we
All
go
right,
fuck with
so
these guys over here in the corner?
Yeah, so you guys can here, let me just do that. That right there. So there are different rooms that you guys can get, but these rooms are like the premium rooms, and some of these rooms come with a mint jubilee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go over here and preach against such nonsense.
Do you go check out the chute?
What's the point of fighting if you can't enjoy the spoils?
I'm gonna stand in front of the fireplace and say, "Gather round. As I tell you, the end is nigh." Repent, repent. Take up your plowshares and beat them into swords.
They're like, "Hey, that guy's a cleric. We need a cleric."
You need more than a cleric.
One of the guys comes up to you, says, "What's you a cleric of? The water?" Looks down at the puddle at your feet.
Puddle at my feet.
Yeah, as he pours his
Is it
beer on
yellow?
your feet.
No. Tempest, Valkyr, the god of war.
Ah, so
War
you
on
can
the high seas.
strike fear in those around you.
You mean like when I say grovel?
Do you like command him?
No. No.
He's like,
I'm not gonna.
or kneel, he says.
Kneel if you must. Most people would pay me a certain amount of respect. You're Neil, and that's your buddy Bob right there, right? Neil and Bob.
He kind of smiles. His actually name is Doug.
Doug. I actually know this guy named Doug. And his face just came to mind when you said that.
Don't everybody have a friend named Doug that they just
This
come to mind? I mean, if you're ever at a party and there's a Doug there, always hang around with them because they always have the best stories. Oh wait, that's not Doug. That's a proctologist, but same difference. Always hang around with a Doug. All right. So, anyways, yeah, these guys pretty much get the gist of everybody giving them the shit, and they leave. They definitely are you know obnoxious and condescending, but you can tell that they're nervous too about being a little outnumbered right now. And they're like, "We need some preaching tomorrow night. Lots of preaching. Perhaps we could pay you tomorrow night after the
Oh.
wedding. We're all gonna have some sin then."
Well, sin's not necessarily a bad thing, gentlemen.
they
Now
like
use that term loosely.
they're like, "Come tomorrow. We have someone we want you to meet. He's full of sin."
I'd probably like him then, huh?
And they're like, "Hail, Black Armada," and they all leave.
and I keep preaching as they're walking out the door. I just turn around and look at
Assholes.
these guys over here to my left. You
So
are
you
you
got
prepared for the war?
so you went up and you took your headgear off and you got it tucked under your arm. You're holding your staff and you're preaching to these guys. And a couple of the other guys come up and they chuck some silver into your headgear. Cling, cling, cling. As you're preaching, then they kind of,
Oh,
good job,
thank you.
good job. All right, so believe it or not, the DM got this map out and set it all up just for some RP. There's no combat,
Good.
and I like this map, so I wanted to
See
use it.
who did it?
I don't know, but I really
Little
like it's a
bogey?
it's a perfect size tavern and inn, and it's all on one level. You don't have to worry about going up and down levels and stuff. So it's great for a VTT. You know, you got a kitchen, you got
Right.
some extra rooms. I mean, even the players could, the characters could own some of these rooms or whatever. They could rent them out by the month or whatever. Cool stuff. All right, so the night is actually the night kind of is a quieter night, believe it or not. You guys been in the keep and sleeping in those big, huge rooms, and it's airy. It's a castle. It's the service is immaculate, but you guys get in one of these cozy little inn rooms and a worn out bed and have a good night's sleep. And you wake up in the morning and have some breakfast, and a lot of the tables are completely cleared off, and they're putting like colored tablecloths on, and they're getting ready for the wedding. So they're not really, they'll serve you some quick kind of continental breakfast kind of stuff going on, but they're not taking tables, and you can't hang out. So, but you can get like
Bear claw.
a breakfast sandwich or a donut or something, whatever. Quick coffee, tea, and even booze if you want to hang over. But they're trying to clear out the riffraff from the night before and get cleaned up because there's going to be a wedding today. But you guys have a little meeting to tend to as you guys make your way down to the docks and to the what was it? The Angel? Something Angel?
Angel's Bane.
Yeah, Angel's Bane. So once you get down to the harbor, you see her come walking up a couple of minutes after you guys get down there, right? And you can see the Angel's Bane. She's a caravel, like the Voyage is, so a 2-mast caravel, 3-deck. So she's got a cargo hold down below, and then a crew quarter below that, and then the main deck. She's not wielding any cannons, but she does have some ballistas. And she also has the side shears, on the side to like open up when you get up next to another ship, it tears open ships. So there's
Strikes.
shears. Yeah, they're side shears that open a can of worms, basically. So she is meant for ramming speed as well. And she comes walking up and she kind of taps her foot on the plank that leads down to the Angel's Bane, and she says, "I'm here to see the captain." And you guys see the couple of the crew inform everyone that Malice Prow is here to see the captain. So the captain comes out, and now you can see the crew. You see several lizard folk on this boat, and you also see 2 ogres. They're massive ogres, and they're moving stuff around, and but an ogre, instead of 4 guys carrying a big sail, it's one ogre carrying it. Instead of 6 guys pulling it's an ogre. So these guys are work ogres, and then there's some humans, like thuggy looking humans moving around. But it looks like one of the lizard folk is actually a first mate or a lieutenant or whatever you want to call a lizard. He is the head lizard in charge. So he's like, what, a slee stack? Yeah, he talks like a slee stack. That's what he talks like. And you see the captain. He is a massive guy. He's got to be 6'4", 300 pounds. I mean, it's not blubber either. He's just solid. He comes out. He looks like the troll guy you fought, Brutus. He's just huge. His arms almost drag the ground. He's like, "Whoa." He comes out. He comes walking up he gets out onto the dock, right, standing there, and he's armed to the teeth too. He's got a long sword. He's got a short sword. You see on his back, he's got a very nice crossbow. And Malice Prowl says, "Are you the captain of this vessel?" And he says, "I am." And she pulls out her rapier and she stabs him in the heart with it. And you can see, like, as the rapier goes in, you can hear like an injecting kind of noise, and you can see some gunk oozing out of the wound, like black ichor, as she plunges it into him, and it comes out of his back. And he looks down at it at first, a little shocked, and he kind of grins like, that didn't hurt. And then you see his lips turn purple and his eyes turn bloodshot, and he starts shuddering. And as he falls over backwards, she puts her foot on his chest without even leaning back hardly. She just kicks her foot straight up in the air and puts it on his chest and shoves him back, pulling her blade out. And then as he's falling, she wipes it on his coat, and he falls over dead, staring up at you. Thud. And she says, "Which one of you wants to be the captain?"
That's a bad bitch.
I look at Scuzzer.
Everybody looks at Scuzzer. And she looks at Scuzzer and says,
Captain Scuzzer.
she looks down at the crew and says, "Captain Scuzzer is in charge now." And they all look up at you. You see their mouths are all open.
When
And
she
then they
says
all-
his name, Nystagmus spits.
like a long shot spit too. King. And she says, "Oh no, the whole crew looks up at you. Their mouths are agape. They're like," and then they all start applauding. Yeah, yeah, Captain Scuzzer, yeah. And they all look down at the dead captain, and in despise, and she says, "And clean this mess up. Get it off my dock." And she nods, and she saunters back down the dockway the way she came. And you guys watch her go until she can't make out her butt swing anymore.
Does this ship have the Black Armada flag flying from it?
Currently, it does not have any flag. You look up, and one of the lizards folks says, "We don't fly colors in the harbor, but Captain, what colors do we fly?"
What have you been flying?
Sometimes we fly that of the Black Armada. Sometimes we don't.
We're just making a delivery, right? So we don't.
Well, we're due to report for the Golden Crown.
Yeah, we do.
Tomorrow. Are our duties
Then
still aboard the Golden Crown, Captain?
Yes.
Ah, then the Black Armada flag it is when we leave port. Any orders? Yeah.
Swab the deck.
This ogre comes up and looks down at you and he says, "Any orders, Captain?"
Swab this deck. Get the blood off of it.
He looks down, looks over at the body that's on the dock, reaches over the top of you and picks up the guy off his leg, by his leg, pulls it onto the deck, shakes him. Blood and crossbow and weapons and stuff all fall, coins and gear, clank, clonk, clank, clonk. He shakes him a couple more times and then he reaches over and drops him between the boat and the dock into the water. Kerbloosh. Aye, Captain. Swabbing the deck. Starts picking up some of the loot.
Share that with the rest of the crew.
He's like, first my brother. Starts handing some stuff to the other ogre. The rest of the crew is like lizard folk, so they're like, we don't care for loot. We will feast on the body when it gets soft.
Captain,
Yes.
should you not consult your journal, your log, to know exactly why the hell we are going to the Golden Corral?
The Golden Crown? The Golden Corral, that's what we should call
For
it, the
dinner.
Golden Corral. Be easier.
Also, Captain, you should probably explain to the crew that you're going to look different in a couple hours, but you're still going to be the captain.
Yeah. Let's gather in the captain's quarters. Make some plans.
So, you probably, to get out all the, you mean just you guys or like the crew?
Just us.
Oh, it's a little tight fit, but you guys can fit in there. The rest of the crew would not fit in the captain's quarters, trust me, but you guys can squeeze in there. So it's your typical, it's got a bed, a little desk. There's a table over on the side that's got some nautical charts and stuff. There's even 2 hammocks set up in here by the front, by the door. 2 swinging hammocks. You don't know who those are for, but... And then there's a big bed in the back and a little curtain that separates the room as you go in. What do you talk about?
I want to find the journal, find out why the hell we're going out there. We making it like a delivery of supplies, or what's the mission to go out to the Golden Corral?
You know that this is the crew due to report for duty at the Golden Corral. 10-day shifts.
Cruise.
Oh, okay. So we're just shuttling people out there.
You're the crew that's supposed to take over onto the Golden Corral.
Okay. The whole crew.
Well, except for the captain, because he's dead.
Right.
I mean, there's not like a journal that would say all this. The crew would tell you, or they did tell you. There's not. They don't. There's the journal is very ritually nautical in nature. Like, arrived at port, left and did patrol. It's very, like, if somebody found the journal, it couldn't get led back to nefarious activities.
All right.
Let's say duty. Talking
Left
towards you.
port. Let's go.
What? We're not staying for the wedding?
I thought we had to go replace the crew that was coming to the wedding.
Yeah, but we don't have to report till tomorrow night.
Come on, don't be a dickhead, Captain.
The rest of the fleet's
on.
gonna be here tonight, Captain.
Captain Scuzzer's an asshole.
Don't
For
you
lizard
want
men and
to?
ogres, what the hell do they want at a wedding?
Right. They're not too sentimental.
Tell you what, why
They wanna
don't, as captain, you go ahead and order them to purchase a few extra barrels of rum or whiskey or whatever, and have us load up and set sail out before the wedding, so that we're not there, so that other members of the Black Armada notice that, hey, the captain got killed and is different. So they get the drink that they want to get, but we get out of town before anybody notices that we're
Yeah.
not.
I like that idea.
Yeah, let's do that. Get a couple barrels of rum.
So sorry, you guys want to get rum and get the crew drunk? What was that? I'm sorry.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so
Well,
they don't
we
miss
want to
out on
get
the wedding.
them something to compensate for missing the wedding.
Oh, you guys want to leave tonight, today, or this morning, I should say, and head towards the Golden Crown.
We're trying to avoid having anyone of the pirates group, the Black Armada, any of them recognize that the captain of this ship got replaced suddenly
Um,
with an unknown.
okay.
Is there any chance? Well, I guess probably not. They won't be missed, right? If they don't appear at the wedding.
You don't know.
Well, I thought she said that this boat was leaving in the morning.
She's the no. She said, "Meet me down by the boat. I have a boat for you." She
That's
didn't say it
maybe
was
stay.
leaving. She said it. She told you that it's the crew. The crew that's going on shift on the Golden Corral.
Tomorrow, yeah. But if we stay through this wedding, this gives us a chance to observe this guy. Who's around him, what he's doing, when he eats, when he drinks, what he eats, what he drinks.
We might draw more suspicion by leaving now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And how many ships do you think are coming here tomorrow or today?
Port might be quite busy.
It's a big wedding. You kind of got the impression that half the fleet is going to be here. So you're not sure how big the Black Armada is, but if half the fleet's going to be big. And there's also another thought process that one of your characters is having, and that would be probably a couple of your characters actually. That if you stay, you might also get to see your buddy. The flagship
Callus.
of the Black Armada's captain, Gallus. Or you think it is a flagship. It was a big, huge galleon, so it was baller.
Well, with half the fleet here, which one of you brought the tactical nuke so we can wipe them all out in one go?
Right? Get them all at once. Thermal detonator?
Well, I don't think it'd be too safe for Scuzzer to be wandering around at the wedding because he
Well,
might
there's
get recognized by
you
somebody.
look over at that nice, comfy bed, and you're like, I can hang out in this cabin all day. It's not too hot.
I might have to wait here for you guys.
I still think we should leave.
If Callus's crew is there, I might get spotted.
And one of the brides is an old friend of yours.
Right.
Callus knows two of you guys.
I'm sure he remembers me. I shot his ass full of holes.
He shot you too.
Well, yeah, we all fought him. He really knows
Well,
me.
no,
though.
I mean even after or before that.
Yeah. So
we can't
uh,
take a chance of him seeing us.
yeah, I'd be better off staying on board here.
Oh, you could kind
Let the
of
crew go do the wedding.
see what's going on. Well, like the lizard folk, they don't really care. The two ogres, you can't let them loose. So you got like 4 or 5 humans that would probably be interested. So
When they're pirates, not like they're teenage girls. Who cares about weddings?
it's just shore leave, before they get stuck on 10 days worth of extra duty on the Golden Corral. You know how bad it is serving that buffet for 10 days. It sucks. Cleaning up the fucking syrup from the fountain. They give that job to the ogres. Gotta clean up the chocolate fountain. Marbania, did we lose you? You're like frozen in VC.
Nystagmus lost Discord audio.
Everybody, Marbania, are you there?
He's
Or
got
is
a
it-
lost connection.
I guess he lost Discord too.
Discord and VC.
Yeah.
And he logged out of the table. He may have lost internet.
Who? Faltrix?
No,
Nah.
Marbania.
Yeah,
Might have lost power.
he might have kicked the damn power button with his foot. He did that like twice in one night. There's a button down there and he kicked it and the whole thing shuts down. It's like the switch on the battery backup button. No, I don't think he's totally dead. I just think he's got a bad connection. He just
They lost-
he just texted me, he said his network just dropped, so he'll be back.
Nystagmus dropped from the table as well.
Yeah, I
he,
got
he was having Discord audio problems.
yeah, he's there's Valtrix back. At least
Well, he's still on camera.
yeah.
Hey, can you
I
guys?
say,
Can
Yeah,
you
we
guys
can
hear me?
hear it.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, I jumped on using my phone. I don't know what's going on with my PC. It dropped a bunch of my connections. So
So did Marbania. I don't know. Are you guys sharing the same internet? On the same Wi-Fi? I don't know. He's
They're on
in
the
like
same VPN.
he's like somewhere near St. Louis or somewhere out that way. I don't know.
but it's weird because VC's still working. Dropped Fantasy Grounds and Discord. No.
Weird.
I still think our original idea was the best, but you're the captain. Let's decide and carry on. Say, let's get out of here.
He's actually just the fake captain. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, I'm the cruise captain, not
He's
this
like-
cruise captain.
Right? He's the fake captain.
Yeah. You guys don't like me as captain.
I mean,
remember?
you can make him party leader if you want to.
I'll start crying. You don't like me as captain. No, I think
You got your hat. Should we
Maybe-
stay or should we go? Should we stay or should we go?
right.
Stay in port.
I know I
keep
can't.
hidden.
Yeah, I can't go to the wedding. Probably Krell can't go to the wedding. The other three might be able to mope around and sneak around without Callus or somebody in Callus's crew seeing you.
We don't have our disguises. It doesn't, and we stick out like sore thumbs. We're very clear to everybody. None of us could blend in.
Oh
there
yeah,
is a-
you're not dressed like pirates anymore.
Yeah, and there's always a chance that Callus remembers us because we did fight him, all of us. And if he remembers us, it could all be over before we get started.
We tend to stick out too, in our normal forms.
So should we leave port? Head out to the Golden Corral now?
Well,
Yes, I
as you guys
that's what
are
Ember thinks.
like talking in the captain's quarters of the Angel's Bane, there's some commotion outside, and you guys hear several loud horn blasts. Yank, yank. And they echo all over the island. You can hear them.
Do any of us know what that is?
I don't think so.
Air raid.
Has anyone ever been to Skog?
Might have flew past it.
Probably not. It's pretty out there. Oh, you meant when you came up from Chult? I don't think you flew,
Yeah.
did you? I thought you were on a boat.
I signed on as crew, so I would have been with various boats.
No, I don't think your boat came through Skog. But there are some lizard folk and stuff out there that might know.
I'll ask one of the ogres.
What do you ask him? He's like,
What's the noise? What's the racket?
"Oh, them the horns that go when people come and go. That means friendlies. 3 long blasts mean enemy." And one of the lizard folks says, "The fleet is arriving."
Time to get below decks.
And it's not long before you guys can really get the ship untethered and sails up and heading out of the into the dock as you guys see 6 uh, big war galleons like you saw Callus on. Did you guys know that you didn't know that was Callus's ship, the one you saw? Well, there's 6 of those as they come into port first, flying their big black Armada flags. And they pretty much come in and kind of secure the place just as you guys are pulling out of the harbor. These guys are coming in and spreading out. They're like single file. They're coming in quick too, like full sails, uh, you know, blasting in here. And you can see that they're well armed and whoa. Marbania, will you
Marbania's back.
mute VC? Because I'm getting an echo. Cool.
There you
Perfect.
go.
Man, you picking up bars. Can you hear us, Marb? I don't have voice from you. I see you keying though.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I could see. I was doing a persistent ping, and it was hitting. It would reply once about every 5 or 6, but I could still see you guys moving on the BC video.
That's
Just
what Nasagamis got booted too, except for VC. So you both are on the same Wi-Fi, I guess. I don't know.
That's weird.
That satellite got hit by the
Whatever the.
orbital space station or something. Who knows?
Same internet provider.
Something fell out of the Clark arc. We don't know. We don't know. Could be anything. So what we were talking about is you guys were leaving the harbor as the rest of the Black Armada is arriving. So you guys kind of like dip around the corner real quick and kind of head north to get away from this huge fleet of ships that you have no idea if they all could fit in that harbor or not. That's how many ships there are. There's it got to be over 100 ships, and there's just going to be ships everywhere. You think it's going to be wall to wall ships, like you could walk across the harbor on the ships. So you guys kind of feel a little relieved as you get out into the open ocean and stretch your sails open and take wind. So the crew tells you that they know how to get to the Driftwood docks, but they don't know the way through the docks to the Golden Corral. The captain did.
Well, shit. Are there any maps in his quarters?
Any hidden compartments or anything?
I suppose there would be a slight chance of that. Let's see. What percentage chance does he have something hidden under his bed? What do you guys think? All right. It would be a death sentence if somebody found out that he had written down the way to get through the Driftwood docks and through the secret passageways to get to the Golden Corral. So if somebody ever found it, he would be dead.
He could have
That's
written
what-
it in like a code.
Yeah, he could have done it in, Pig Latin or something, because he spoke lots of languages. Just one common. El Brutus. A code. 20%?
Depends on what his
high?
intelligence was. If he was
Well,
high
he
enough to
was-
remember it, he wouldn't need it.
His intelligence probably wasn't too high, but I would give him a pretty good wisdom, like a 16 in wisdom. So he was smart enough to hide it well, anyways. So give me a investigation, and I tell you what, if somebody gets over a 20, since I rolled a 19% chance of him having something, if somebody gets a 20 or higher on investigation, you guys find it. Oh. Who doesn't have a roll here? Marbania?
No, I rolled. It would be Nystagmus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't get onto the table.
Oh, I can do that for you.
Well, except my investigation is -2, so
You don't-
probably won't
You
get
probably
a 20.
don't even want to. You probably don't even want to do it, right? Let's see. Let's all roll it out in the open. You did. You rolled a 20. I did roll a 20 for you too.
Wow.
And you
Of
failed.
course.
And you failed because you needed a 20. However, if somebody was going to hide something in the captain's quarters, we do know somebody who's well at stealing money from captains and crew and getting away with it, don't we? So, how would this be any different? Skelter's like, I found it.
Hey guys, look here.
Found
It
it
was-
10 minutes ago, but I'm only telling you about it now.
Yeah, it was in my. I know he hid it in his dress shoes. That's where I hide all of my stuff, in my dress shoes. So, you guys can get to the Golden Crown now. You know the Jukes and the Janks and the Jimmies and the Slimmies to get there. However, it does look pretty complicated. Like gonna have to roll some good sailing.
We got aerial reconnaissance, so you know
You do.
we just
you
put
do.
a out there.
I'm proficient with both vehicles and navigation, so
So let's just think about this a second. Are you guys going to report to duty early?
Would pirates report to duty early?
I mean, that's my
No.
point. This is not a like good duty thing either. You know, you got KP duty.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get a head start on our work, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, the
No,
other
we're
crew
gonna come
hasn't.
in.
The other crew hasn't left yet. Oh, well, you can leave and we'll take your place.
Yeah, we'll come in tomorrow all hungover from this wedding and
So,
what a great time that
are you
was and
guys
all
gonna
that
like
shit.
just hang out like a couple miles off coast and kind of slowly start heading south, or let's pull up the Sword Coast map so you guys get a general feel where you're at. All right, so you guys are down south in the Nelanther Islands. So this is your area down here, and you're currently in the port of Skog, and you guys went up between the island up this way, and you're making your way around the island, heading back south towards the Driftwood docks. As the rest of the main fleet came in this way.
that's what, a day and a half's journey? Wasn't it 2 hexes was a day?
Yeah, but good fair winds down here can
With
probably
our other
get
ship,
down
we
there.
don't know what speed this is.
This
It's the
ship
same
is
make and model.
yeah, but this ship is built for speed. You guys had some armament and you got heavy cannons on it that slows it down a little. This thing probably could do that in a day if you set her sails good. She's quicker than the voyage. I mean, the voyage is fast. Don't get me wrong, but this ship looks like it's slimmed up and
So we could hang out like here and then wait till it's our turn.
yeah. So you guys, wait till the wedding's over, and sure enough, you know, pretty much as you guys figured, you see the Black Armada fleet start heading back. Now, as you guys are hanging out, you can see the 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 telltale sign of the 6 gunships that are patrolling around about 18 vessels that are in a formation around another big ship that you assume is probably uh, King Tentric's ship. Uh, it's definitely distinct amongst the other ships. It's uh, got like tentacles hanging off of it, and the sails are made out of some kind of strange material. Doesn't really flap like sails do. And as they go by and stuff, you kind of follow along behind them, keeping distance, or do you like get in the mix?
We're
I mean,
flying the Black Armada
that
flag.
yeah, they're not like, you know, they're probably 100 yards apart. You know, they're not like all bunched up, except for around the king. But the rest of the fleet is kind of sailing, you know, willy nilly.
Well,
They're not in any kind of formation.
keep comfortably close, but also far enough away we're not in any danger of bunching up or anything.
Yeah, just that's what I kind of picture. You guys staying a couple hundred yards away, but you don't want to be like the sole guy 500 yards back going, wait for us, But kind of out to the outskirts, doing your own thing, staying away from the other ships the best you can. So no one really pays you a whole lot of attention, I mean, you can look over at the other ships and they're just sailing along, doing their thing. It looks like there's a lot of weeble wobble in the people sailing and shit. Like, if you can imagine a whole
They're
bunch of
drunk.
drunk sailors, now hungover sailors. So there's a lot of that, but so you guys kind of
Been
got to
there.
watch out for the drifting helms, But you make your way to the Driftwood docks. So located on the western atoll of the Nelanthers, Driftwood docks is a stretch of water notorious for scuppering and beaching ships. The rapid, ripping currents pull ships in from half a mile away and smash them against hidden reefs and rocky outcroppings. So many vessels have
shit.
been so many vessels have been wrecked here that the place resembles a ship's graveyard, with towering hulls and forecastles lining the dangerous waterways. And let me Driftwood Docks is a ship's graveyard inhabited by the nastiest pirates of Sword Coast. So you guys see patrol ships out patrolling the area, but since you guys are flying the flag, and believe it or not, when other ships get kind of closer and you guys kind of get down below or hide behind something, your crew, the lizard folk and the ogres, they seem to be recognized, right? So they give them the old, Hell Black Armada sign or whatever, Hell Hydra, and on the way you guys go. So when you guys arrive down at the Driftwood docks, you're going to have to navigate the treacherous waterways and make your way into Tentric's lair. So when we return next week, that's where we're going to pick up as you guys make your way into the Driftwood docks and eventually get aboard the Golden Crown, or AKA the Golden Corral, because you guys want some chocolate fountain.
Kid
I want
snot.
vanilla, really? Is it really white, or is it like kind of grayish looking?
It's mostly white.
Yeah, it's fake, right? It's got to be fake. Oh.
Oh man,
So,
I will never look at a chocolate fountain the same way again.
So 3 hours of talking, I'm a little parched. I don't know.
You need some of that chocolate.
I know, that's what I'm thinking about. I just had a cookie too. Chocolate out. I'm over my sugar level for the day. I had a cookie. But that's it, guys. We're gonna shut the stream down. Let's see if anyone is streaming.
Rob still on?
Rob is
Appreciate
still
your
on.
work, Drake.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you.
Drake.
Thanks, Drake.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Another
thanks.
good one.
Host Rob 2E. Let's get over there before he.
I don't think we've had a combat in 2 weeks, have we?
Nope, but you're about to.
We finished up the yawning
Right.
portal last week. That was about it.
Yeah, the bar fight, that was good.
Oh yeah, we did have the bar fight.
It was like a whole session battle.
The channel
Yeah.
has follower or subscriber only chat. What the hell? I'm a follower. Oh well, I'm gonna stop it anyways. All right, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for watching. And
Ooh, I like this card. Bigger.